The object of TaxiChronicles is to allow real riders with real stories share their experience and enhance your life. So sit back and enjoy the journey. Morning. Yes, we're back with another episode, another rider. Today we have a lovely lady. She's a young model. And she's going places. She certainly is, because we're taking her to the airport at early hours of the morning with dog fried and puss free to walk. But anyway, nice to have you here today, love.
Thanks for having me as well.
Why? How did you get into modelling?
I was scouted at the age of 16.
Okay. What's your age now?
I am 20 now.
Okay.
I've not been in the industry for 4 years. I've been in for 2 years because obviously at 16 I started to finish school. I started when I was fully 18.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's been going well, I guess.
Where were you scouted?
I was scouted in Camberwell, actually. I'm from Peckham.
Oh, okay. So Peckham girl gets scouted. Okay. Hey.
Funny story, because I was born here, but I didn't grow up here. And it's a different world for me because I grew up in Jamaica.
How is it?
Yes, I'm from Jamaica.
What, both your parents?
No, I'm half and half, but I grew up there.
Okay.
I'm half Sri Lankan, half Jamaican.
All right.
Very weird mix. Probably that's why I do so well in the industry, because
You're unique.
I'm a niche, yeah. It was a Sunday morning. I got scouted by an agent's friend, and funnily enough, I ended up attending school down the road from my agency. And then one day I went in and they took pictures of me, and yeah, it just happened, I guess.
They scouted you in your school uniform?
No, they scouted me a Sunday morning. My mum sent me to the shop to charge the light or something.
Yeah.
And she saw me, and this random lady just came up to me, and she was like, and obviously this is Camberwell, so you don't just walk up to people. And she was just like, "Can I take a picture?" And I was like, "No." And she stepped back a bit, and then she was like,
Oh, she realised?
Yeah, she was like, "Okay, this is too full on, this is an Oxford circus." And then she was like, "Sorry," she introduced herself. And then she took pictures of me and sent them to the agency, and then later on I received an email, and they were like, "We really like your look. We'd love to get to know you." And
Okay. So how have you found the modelling industry over the time?
the industry is very, very weird, and it's nothing people think it is actually like. The industry is like, you go and you audition for things, and I mean, rejection is normal, and it is a bit glamorous, but there's a lot of downsides. Like, we don't work all the time unless you're like a really big girl or you suddenly just do well.
When you say big as in famous?
As in famous or really well known.
Okay.
Or you're just like the beauty standard and people just want you a lot. It takes a lot of hard work. You do some long hours shooting. Even me now, I'm on the road at 3 a.m. going to the airport. It's really last minute. It's a last minute industry.
Do you know what kind of shoot you're going to do, or do you just turn up and they just tell you?
Today I have a show because of COVID. Like, a lot of the shows have gone digital, and so today I'm actually going to do a show that they're going to record in Paris. So yeah.
Okay. What's the future hold for you?
And that's the thing with Indians, you never know.
Are you studying still?
I am still studying. I actually left school with 3 A-levels, but I went back to do 1 because obviously I got my A-levels in the time when COVID had started.
Mm-hmm.
And I came out of school with good grades. I got into uni, but at the time when COVID started, we got our grades predicted, and that's why I really threw myself into modelling, because up until that point I kind of had a hectic life, so I left home really young.
Oh, so you're not living at home?
No, so I left home when I was 17.
Okay.
And then after that I kind of had my freedom in a way, and I chose not to go to uni anymore. I kind of threw myself in the opposite direction and go to modelling. And it was tough, and I finished school. I finished A-levels, and I got out, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to just go to uni. And modelling got me on my feet, and I decided to withdraw from uni. I got into the University of Nottingham. I was going to study, and then I just went back now to do a psychology A-level because one of my grades aren't the way I like it.
Okay.
I wanted it. And I'm probably going to study history and politics, or politics and IR. In the following year at like a uni in London, because I want to stay in London now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. As a lady who's of mixed heritage in the modelling industry, how do you find it?
I don't really see myself as a lady of mixed heritage. I just see myself as a black woman.
Okay.
Like, I don't think a lot of people, when they meet me, they even know I'm of mixed heritage. They just see me as who I am. I've had a good experience so far. I can't say I've had a bad one. No one's ever like... I feel like nowadays people are very careful with the way they deal with you, or they tiptoe around certain stuff. Especially when it comes to like treating you bad because of your skin colour and certain things. I don't think people are blatantly out for that anymore, but I've not had a bad experience so far.
Okay.
It's been a good one.
I hear you.
I think some of my jobs I get them just because maybe I am a niche though. Some of my jobs I do get because someone could say, oh, she's half Jamaican or she's half Sri Lankan, she'll fit this kind of thing.
So they are aware of your heritage though?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. They put it down on my profile so that people know. And I think people kind of like that in a way.
Yeah.
Because you don't meet a lot of Asian black people.
Okay. If somebody was going into the modelling industry, what would be your warnings or your guidance to them?
Rejection is normal. It is something you will definitely have to persevere at. But don't start going, and don't take any one person's advice, not even mine. Like, if you want to be a model, just do it. I do high fashion, so I don't... Obviously, there's certain requirements to be a high fashion model. But find a good agency, find a good agent, and kind of know how to feel people out and go with your gut. If people tell you they're scouting you and you have to pay them, do not believe them. It's a lie. And just believe in yourself, really. It's a lot of self-belief and just being confident. Yeah.
When your parents found out that you had the offer for modelling, how did they take it?
So my mother is very Jamaican. She did not like it one bit. I don't think she still likes it now. Like, someday my mom will look at me and be like, I don't like what you do, but it's your life. But my mother was like, no, absolutely not. And that's why I left home to kind of pursue my goals, because I was like, I don't want, because my mother was really traditional and she wanted me to go to uni and like get a job and like be a doctor or a lawyer, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. That's not for me. And so I left home to pursue my dream because my mom was not going to have it in her house, like, at all.
Okay.
Some parents are more supportive, but I think a lot of parents believe that you're going to get like trafficked or like taken away, this, that and the third.
She's watched Taken.
Sorry?
Has she watched the movie Taken then, your mum?
Yes, oh my God. They are literally so stuck in that mindset of girls being trafficked or like...
I will say, as a parent with a 17-year-old, and I've got one daughter, 3 sons, I wouldn't allow my daughter to go. I just say no.
It's
but at the
not
same
a
time,
sense of-
I do understand where you're coming from. But it's hard. As a
But
parent,
I
it's
would
hard,
say-
especially a father.
It can be a good opportunity for your daughter, and also there is no agency that would tell you, if an agency tells you you can't chaperone a 17-year-old girl, even 18, if they tell you she can't be chaperoned, then that's a bad sign. I will say that. But if you have a daughter that wants to go into the industry allows, agencies allow girls to be chaperoned under 17. They would always send an agent that works with them, or, because even me, when I was like 18 and traveling, someone traveled with me. for the first time. Because traveling alone can be very scary until you get into the hang of it.
So that could have been your mum, in other words.
Yeah, but
okay.
she wouldn't have it. She wasn't allowing it.
Do you have other siblings?
I have younger siblings and an older brother.
Okay. So worst case, you could have asked your older brother to go with you.
Yeah, worst case scenario.
What's it? Yeah, worst case. I know it is. So you say you do high fashion. Was that Versace, Armani, Gucci, that kind of thing?
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Okay. Is there anything they ask you to do that you think, no, I'm not doing that?
You did say no. Like, I think for me, I draw the line at like shooting nude and wearing sheer clothing. I don't feel like I need to do that to do well.
What's sheer clothing?
Like, you're on the runway and like you can still see that your boobs are out. Like,
okay.
That stuff I don't feel like I need to do.
But they asked you to do it?
No, some girls, because sometimes when you turn up for like shows and that stuff, they just kind of put you in an outfit. You don't get pre-planned, because even getting a show is like a niche. There's like 30 girls max in a show. So you just get chosen, you know, after you've auditioned for it. But I think there's girls, you can say no, 100%. And even before a shoot, people will ask you like, are you comfortable doing this? And you either say yes or no. So there's clear lines and you can say no to stuff. Consent is always like a thing. Because as I said, people tiptoe around a lot of this stuff nowadays. Because social media is so easy to like out people if they force you to do stuff. Given that you are brave enough to speak up though, but...
Yeah. Do you feel that you need to have a lot of courage to do your job?
100%. It's not like easy for people to take advantage of you, but you never know when you have that one little person that want to do their thing in a way.
What would you say their thing is?
Like telling you what to do in a way, or like...
Oh, yeah, I thought that's whole part of modelling.
Yes and no. You turn up for a job, you know what you're going to do you know what I mean? I think the only thing really unpredictable is shows. And shows happen like twice a year, around like February, around like end of January to start of March, and start of September to end of October. So it's only twice in a year you really get told what to do. But when you turn up for a shoot, it's you, the photographer, and whoever's styling you. And you so far I've just worked with people generally. Like, you throw your ideas out there and you have a good time on set and you know what it's about and you know what you're shooting and the idea behind it, and you produce the work, because modelling is work, you know. Just like, you know, you drive a cab, you turn up and you know your job is to drive me like to wherever I'm going. My job is to produce whatever they want me to produce. So no, I don't think it's very straightforward as to them telling you what to do for the most part. I feel like a lot of telling you what to do happens when you just start as well, because obviously we all need that. The industry isn't very mansplained to you. You just kind of get into it and learn what to do and what not to do.
What kind of things as a new person, would you need to be told what to do?
Like learning the little stuff, like getting to the airport and getting to go traveling alone and walking. Like, there's a certain way a model walks. How to eat properly.
Eat properly?
Yeah, nutrition.
I never thought that. Because there's always...
a lot of people out here malnourished, but they feel healthy, like...
Yeah, because I always look to models and think there's kind of skinny-ass white girls. Because they just got their bodies just like a stick.
No, but that's the thing with a model.
That's the stereotypical, what I vision. And women throwing up in bags.
Oh God, I know.
Is that really
the image
true?
you get. No, it's like there's literally like I don't know a good agency that will have a bulimic girl and keep her on. That's a shit agency, and they can get sued for that. But every girl, if you want a nutritionist, you can get one. But every girl is given someone to tell her how to eat for her body type.
Oh, for your body type?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they get a real skilled professional in.
Yeah.
Suppose it's...
Like, most agencies have their own nutritionists as well that they send you to. And I don't have one personally. Some girls are just naturally skinny as well, no matter what they eat. and they don't need one until like maybe they get up into age. But imagine these girls, because some girls stay in the industry till they're like 50.
Yeah, like Naomi Campbell's.
Yeah, like you just have to work out and eat the right way. That's literally it.
Do you think she works out?
100%.
Really?
Yoga, the works, like they all, I don't know someone that isn't working out if they're not in the industry. Like everyone works out. Because when you get into age, like that's when you start gaining weight, like a hormone strip off. Like I don't think you're skinny forever. That's not a thing. Maybe some people do if they're lucky, but I don't know. But you get taught how to eat properly and that stuff. Because no one wants you to be an anorexic. No one wants you to be bulimic. Yeah. No one wants that. It's not good.
And they don't want any legal case later on.
Honestly,
so
yeah.
If they give you the nutritionist, they
That's
give you...
That's abuse. Oh my God, is that what you think the industry is?
No, but it's just, and coke heads.
Even that too. If a girl is strung out, like you're getting kicked off sets and that stuff. Like, it doesn't happen. No.
But on the top, I thought, well, I don't know if you've met. You must meet top models because you're on the catwalk.
I do. I see all the top models.
So you see Naomi, you see the Sudanese models.
Yeah.
How do they acknowledge you? Is it a real kind of cat? Bitch fair.
I will say our industry is very competitive. It's about who can survive the longest. No, it's all very competitive.
I think Naomi's probably wearing the crown for that, isn't she?
Yeah, but I think Naomi, she was around at the time where she's definitely earned her stripes. Let me not say that, but she was around the time where there was like one black model and Kate Moss. Like, do you know what I mean? And she was just the it girl for a long time, and she still is, I will say.
Yeah, but I would say to that is that that's what you see. Behind closed doors, there's probably many rats in the bucket.
So much, honestly.
Trying to get at her position when she started off and throughout 100%. Her career.
And that's why I said there's no doubt she didn't earn the stripe. Like, there's no doubt. And there's a lot of models on the come up now, and Naomi paved the way for like every black model behind her, to be fair. Because back in the day, to be a black model in, anywhere you were from, it was hard. And it says a lot that she was the girl that got picked because she just have it. Because some girls are modeling, you either have it or you don't. Mm-hmm. It's a tough industry, like you either do or you don't.
So many years from now, when you decide to have children and they turn 17, you send them to the shop and they come back saying, I've been scouted. How are you going to handle it?
It depends on how my experience ends up being for the rest of my time in the industry. But I will say I'm a baby in the industry. I'm an absolute baby. It's been, 2 years? I'm an absolute baby in the industry. I probably have no clue what I'm talking about, and I haven't seen half of it yet. But I will say it's hard work, and I think if I have kids and they want to be models, by all means, try your luck. I will just be there for you. I will support you through most of it as much as I can.
So you travel a lot. Name some of the countries you travel to.
I've strictly been in Europe for the time being, but I've been to Sweden, Switzerland. I traveled to Amsterdam a lot. Milan and Paris is like the hubs for models. We always go back and forth there. Berlin. I've done some.
My last question to you, you've been a great guest, is what's the impact you want to have in the world? What's the gift you want to share with the world?
At this point, I'm 20 years old. I don't know what my gift is. I feel like you can't change the world, but you have to find a part of it you want to change. I'm still looking for that part. I don't know what I want to do, but it will probably be something I go on to do professionally, anything I do professionally. Because I think my first goal was to become a policy advisor in government and influence making policy, because obviously I'm from the blocks in Peckham, and I feel like black people in this country have been held down for so long. So I wanted to get into there. That was my route at first, and that was how I'd say I was going to help people. But now I don't know. I'm kind of choosing my career right now. I wouldn't know in the industry what I'd like to change. So yeah.
Well, thanks a lot for that, and we wish you well.
Thanks for having me. I wish you well too.
We hope that episode enhanced your life. We post an interview every day as well as vlogging on our social media channels. Don't forget to subscribe to get our latest episode.